breakfast today. First time I've had breakfast in a long time. So I got a large Americano, 1 cream, 1 sugar. Perfect. Let's see what I got. Lots of napkins. Always need those. Bacon, egg, McMuffin. Hash browns. Another hash brown. Another bacon, egg, McMuffin. Okay. I am starving. I'm so hungry. I'll tell you why when I quit chewing. I've been wanting to do a breakfast video for quite a while, but I had to walk the dog, and like I said before, where I live is actually about a half hour from, well, maybe not quite, maybe about 20 minutes from where I record my videos. And so when I got up this morning, I didn't want to have breakfast at home. I wanted to do a breakfast video here. But I had to walk the dog first. No, I'm one of these people. If I don't eat, as soon as I get up, I start getting a headache. And I really get hunger pangs. You know, when Linda's kids come down for a visit, they get up, lounge around for about an hour and a half, then you all have breakfast. There's no way I can do that. Her son goes to work without breakfast. I couldn't imagine doing that. I've probably said before, that breakfast is my favorite meal. Now, don't get me wrong, I love lunch and dinner too. But breakfast is one of those meals I've had all night to think about it. My lava lamp isn't quite heated up yet. That's because it's early. It takes about 45 minutes to heat up. It's a beautiful morning right now. I'm recording this on a beautiful Sunday morning. It's quiet. I drove down to McDonald'S, and it wasn't very busy. Just a few cars there. Probably mildly steady. So far my equipment seems to be working today. I went to record a video the other day, and my Yeti mic would not connect with my iPhone. I mean, I could plug it in, but it just wouldn't recognize the mic wasn't working. So I had to switch to my webcam at the last minute. And everything kind of appears sort of washed out and everything. Even on a Sunday morning, there's noisy trucks. I think the Egg McMuffin is one of the nicest inventions ever, I do not make them at home sometimes. And speaking of our kids, when they do come down for a visit, they do have breakfast. They either have eggs Benny or Egg McMuffins, homemade. There's my receipt. So my buddy John, you've heard me talk about him before. He's a big guy, 6'5". Him and his wife separated about 3 years ago. He's now officially divorced. And he's dated a few women here and there. Now he's found a woman who lives in our neighborhood that he's seeing a lot, quite often. And he texted me one day. He said that his girlfriend lived in our area. He said she lives right on our street. I thought, well, that's kind of weird because there's only 2 houses on our street. It's kind of one of those side streets, like a connector type street. And there's only 2 houses. We're at the end of it. And I said, you mean that one down the corner? He goes, no, it's across the other street. Now, he said she lives on Starling. Well, we live on Emma. But Emma turns into Starling. So she lives a little bit further down. But what was kind of funny, oh yeah, he also said, what's your dog's name? I guess he forgot. I said, Marcy. I guess his girlfriend thought that she might know the name of my dog. Because she has a dog, she walks her dog, and, people always talk, right? You hear that person call their dog by their name and whatever. I guess she thought that she might know my dog's name. But she didn't. So Linda and I decided to go for a little walk the other day to see if we could figure out where his girlfriend lived. Because John stays there quite a bit. As a matter of fact, yesterday I was walking the dog, and this vehicle pulls up beside me. I look over and it's John. He was just coming back from his girlfriend's place. He likes to spend the night there quite a bit. So anyway, Linda and I went for a walk. We're walking down what we thought was Starling. Somehow we both got mixed up. We're walking down a street called Hummingbird, looking for a house that might be hers. I don't know what we were thinking or what we were looking for, but any telltale signs, but we were totally on the wrong street. streets for 10 years. I recently just started taking note of the names of a lot of them. When I was a kid in Saskatoon, I knew the names of all the streets. Like in my neighborhood especially, you know. One time a couple years ago, these guys stopped and asked me directions. I felt like an idiot because the name of the street they're looking for sounded familiar, but I couldn't tell them where it was. Turns out it's one of those streets I've been walking down for years. So now I've been making a point, okay, to know the names of the streets. Like where John's girlfriend lives, all the streets are named after birds. Blue jay way, starling, meadowlark, hummingbird. But John just bought a motorbike recently. Years ago he had a Honda Shadow. He had 2 Honda Shadows. Now he found those bikes to be a little bit small because being a 6'5", he's riding, his knees would be way up here. So he wanted to buy himself a Gold Wing. So John's pretty good at chasing the deals. He found one on the mainland in an area just out of Vancouver. And as it turns out, his girlfriend is from that area. She knows that area really well, so they drove over together. Went on the ferry, went over there. And he saw the bike, put a down payment on it right away. It's a Goldwing 2002. Now, at my age, it's funny when I hear somebody say 2002, to me it seems just like a few years ago. But it's like 22 years ago, it doesn't seem like it. But it's in excellent shape. The guy that owns it is 6'6", an inch taller than John, so it's been modified for a tall person. It's got like a raised seat and different things. So that's the biggest bike he's ever had. 1800 cc. He said when he rides it, it's just effortless, you know. You just pull out and take off, it's just no effort at all. But it's quite heavy. I think he said it's about 900 pounds. I thought it would have been heavier than that, but he said it's been an adjustment for him. Man, I was so hungry. Wow. I remember I was doing breakfast videos. Remember last year I did a lot of them. first breakfast video in a long time. Egg McMuffin is one of those things you never wanted to end. You just want to keep on eating. Such a nice morning this morning, walking the dog. Because it rained a bit during the night and the air was so fresh this morning. So nice, so quiet. I love Sunday mornings. The other day, I had to take my mom, I had a driver, because she had to get her cat groomed. Her cat is as wide as it is long. It's really overfed. And mom and dad, when dad was alive, their dogs were always like that. Their animals were always really overfed, always really fat. And this cat just now is no exception. It's really, really huge. And just overfeeds it all the time. And it just lies around, whatever. So she went and got it groomed and whatever. And we took it in a cage there and dropped it off and went back a few hours later. And apparently they clipped the cat's nails too, which they said they're going to do. Now, according to Mom, she phoned last night and said the cat, because his nails have been clipped, it can't jump up onto its favorite chair anymore. It just slides back off. I didn't want to hurt Mom's feelings. I didn't say anything, but I felt like saying, well, you know, Mom, if you didn't feed it so much, maybe that's the problem. But I reassured her cat's claws would grow back. I'm dribbling. All right. Marcy needs her toenails clipped too. You can hear, like we have the laminate floor, so you can hear her toenails all over. Clip, 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 clip. We used to take her down to the pet store. They would do it every Thursday. And they would do walk-ins, and a lady would do it for $15 cash. Now you have to make an appointment. So we take her down every couple of months. It's so funny, she'd walk into the pet store, and she's looking around. The minute she saw that lady, she'd make a beeline for the door. Marcy doesn't like getting her nails clipped. All the other dogs seem to enjoy it. They just sit there and enjoy it. Marcy hates it. does this bountiful feast cost? I think it was 15 something. Wow. $15.52. That's Canadian. You know, down in the United States, that would work out about $1.95. No. No, $15.52 for a large Americano, 2 hash browns and 2 bacon egg McMuffins. Wow, that's pretty pricey. McDonald's is, I mean, I know I keep saying this, the price of everything goes up, but it's just no longer the affordable place it used to be. I mean, back in the day when I remember McDonald's having a 26-cent hamburger, they had odd prices, you know, not 25 cents, 26 cents. Even that was cheap back then, like 1970, for instance, that was cheap then. You know, you could say, yeah, that's cheap now, but that was even cheap back then. Oh man, you want to talk about getting burned? The other day, Linda and I went to this burger place. No, I got a burger from there. I got a bison burger from there one time. And for one of my videos. And I took my youngest son there once, and I took my oldest boy there last August for his birthday. But Linda said, you know, I feel like going over a hamburger on these nights, you know, I haven't had a hamburger in a long time. She said, you know, something like Wendy's or something. Now, we'd gone to Wendy's and got their mushroom melt burger they were promoting there for a while. That was a few months ago, and it was okay. I found it to be kind of messy and greasy and kind of wet, like they had gravy on it or something. I know it was just kind of messy. But anyways, so I was kind of in the mood to go to a sit-down restaurant. I know Wendy's is a sit-down place, but I mean like to be waited on and all that. And there's lots of good restaurants that have good hamburgers, like the White Spot has good hamburgers or whatever. And so I said, well, let's go to this burger place that I've been to before. She'd never been there. And you walk in there, oh, excuse me, you walk in there, and it's one of those, it's quite a nice dining room. It's a burger joint, but it's a very nice dining room. Kind of gives the appearance of a high-end sports bar type thing, you know, something like that. And the Canucks are doing pretty good now, so of course they got a lot of TV screens going. And so anyways, we go in there and we sit down, and we have this hamburger. It had like lobster on it and blah blah blah. It was about $25 plus the French fries. So now when it comes, it's really big, you know. And I have to admit, the French fries are really good. You know, they just have a really nice taste. They use this bacon aioli with our burgers, and you know, I'd like to have ketchup too with my fries. And so anyways, we had these burgers, and it was good. I have to admit, it's very good. It had some really different type of jam on there, and it was like a bacon jam, but I could taste rosemary and different things, and it was interesting. The flavors all worked, but the lobster was kind of sort of ground up. You could taste it, but you couldn't really see it, you know what I mean? I was expecting like a big chunk of lobsters, I guess. I don't know what I was expecting, but anyways, it was good, but it just, I thought kind of overpriced, you know, because the bill came to pretty much an even $60, you know, and I had a cup of coffee, and Linda had her Earl Grey tea, and the coffee was lukewarm. It tasted like it had been on the burner for about 3 hours. It was not good. It was very disappointing, and her tea was kind of the same way. The food was good, but just kind of overpriced. So of course, you know, with the 50% tip, it was $72 for 2 hamburgers. You know, never thought I'd see the day. I used to joke years ago, you know, about the reason a lot of times cooks don't get paid very much. Like restaurant staff don't get paid very much, is because in order to pay your staff, you have to raise the prices of food. And who wants to pay $10 for a hamburger? You know, well, I'd gladly pay $10 for a hamburger now. You know, it's pretty cheap. But anyways, so Linda said, no, I said to Linda, I said, next time I go for a burger, I'll gladly take you to Wendy's, you know, or someplace cheaper. It's just, yeah, it was just a lot of money for 2 hamburgers, you know, just a bit of a rip-off. Like I said, very tasty, but you expect lobster, you expect like some chunks of lobster on there, but it's just sort of all ground in, and anyways, it is what it is. Oh wow, that was delicious, man. Americano, 1 cream, 1 sugar. I used to get 2 cream. I used to get a double, 2 cream, 2 sugar, but restaurants always put too much cream in. Like Tim Hortons is really bad for that. They put way too much cream in. Even one, if I say like one cream, it's still quite a bit, because they just pull the handle and squirt, Keeps making that stupid noise. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm almost finished anyway. Oh, that's tasty. Yeah. Yeah, see, just 1 cream is just enough. One time, Linda wanted to make me a coffee. I was outside doing something. She made me a coffee, but put way too much cream in it, and it almost made me sick. When someone says how much cream do you like in your coffee, I always say just enough to color it, just try to give it that sort of blonde color, Speaking of blonde, we still have a lot of rabbits in the neighborhood. Mostly blonde ones and black ones. See a few white ones. Man, I've never seen so many rabbits. It's weird. Well, there it is, my friends. Oh, that was good. Very good. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're all doing amazing out there in the land of awesome. Keep those comments coming. I read them all, okay? You want a shout out, hit me up. Okay? Take care. Bye now. See you later.